Well, a very good afternoon. The warmest of welcomes I extend to all. Welcome along here on behalf of the good team at EVES to our auction room. Of course, to our owners, welcome into you, and may I extend the hand of gratitude for entrusting the exceptional team here at EVES with the marketing of your very fine properties. It's certainly been a great privilege. We have a duality of very fine properties on our catalogue for our auction today. And of course, introducing our auction team led by our absolutely fabulous sales manager, Miss Nikki Tracy. Assisting on the technology, we have the wonderful Robin Anderson, and Robin will be assisting with the technology, and she will be displaying feats of both numerical and technological dexterity, as Robin is in charge of displaying the all-important bid sequences which will be displayed on screen behind me here. And of course, the astute among you will know by now that Louis MacDonald is my name, and it's an absolute pleasure to be conducting proceedings, but more simply here to cap off the very fine work of our lead agents for the property in question. Now, our lead agents, they will have walked with you hand in hand, answered your inquiries, conducted your viewings, and they have been very diligent in ensuring and furnishing you with documentation which will aid in your purchasing decisions here this afternoon. Among that documentation, they will have supplied you with a copy of the Real Estate Authority's Proof Guide to Sale and Purchase Agreements. They will also have supplied you with a copy of the auction terms and particulars from which we work. And to those terms and particulars, I take you now, good folk, as we run through the conduct of auction. It will come as no surprise that our owners offer up the property subject to those confidential written reserve prices. Subject to those reserve prices being reached, I'm permitted to sell the property to the highest bidder. Our owners have given me the exclusive right as the auctioneer to place bids on their behalf. That is what we refer to as the vendor bid. Any vendor bids that I do place will be clearly identified to you as such. Ironically, I shall use the term vendor bid. Any vendor bids I do place will only be placed at a level well below the reserve price where the property is clearly not for sale. Now, bidders and buyers, as the auctioneer, I may execute my right to refuse of it. If I do not deem it to be in the best interests of our owners, if a dispute during the bidding happens to arise, I shall simply determine that dispute. I shall be your numerical conductor throughout the sweet symphony of the bidding. Follow my lead along to the grand finale of the call, which will be signified by the percussive beat of my gavel coming down in the rostrum like so. If you so happen to find yourself in that very, very fortunate position of being the highest bidder, well, congratulations. Your obligations are therefore twofold, as you are deemed to be our purchaser. Sign your name on the memorandum of contract and pay a deposit of an easy 10% of the purchase price. Bidders and buyers, those are your obligations as we look toward our first offering of the day. Welcome into the room, Richard Lyon. Richard Lyon brings to the market 66A Weaver Street of Faux Valley, more formally described as an estate in freehold, enveloping a some 954 square metres of prime terra firma, being Lot 1 Deposit Plan 559424, fully contained and described on that record of title 984808. Vacant possession is on offer on that settlement date, described as 15 working days after the date of this agreement. So in 3 weeks' time, the keys could be well and truly yours. Built in 2018 by the renowned Antonio Builders, the home being some only 4 years old, the ability to move in and enjoy the modern home that it is certainly appealing, rather than the long wait to build as it is these days. Spread over some 176 square metres, more or less, as we say in an auction room, this home, and modern and stylish home, was thoughtfully designed with convenience and family in mind. The offering a trinity of spacious bedrooms, including that ensuite of the master and the walk-in wardrobe there, giving the master of the residence that sense of individuality, that sense of privacy, away from the cacophony of household life. For the gourmands, the kitchen is beautifully set up for displaying your culinary arts whilst entertaining. Effortlessly flowing to the open plan living areas out through the patio doors, giving that all desired semblance, that symbiosis of indoor-outdoor flow. Positioned with a north-facing aspect to capture views of the Western Hills. Outside, the grounds are designed to minimise upkeep and maximise your leisure time, with room for children to play and even room there and space for a camper van or a boat. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful property for your consideration, as I now welcome your participation. I put myself into your hands, good folks, and I seek now for that opening bid, that opening offer, a fair place to start. Shall I start that again? Well, a very good afternoon, the warmest of welcomes I extend to you all. Start me away. Something fair and reasonable to get us underway. It's not where we start, it's often where we end. I'm very reasonable. It's very hard to offend me. What do you see value? What's that figure to be? Don't wait for a hint on value from the auctioneer. I'm purely a humble auctioneer, applying my trade to pay for my fiance's exorbitant wedding plans. What's the number that excites you, buyers? We can wait, it's okay, I'm paid by the minute. What's that number to be? Might I suggest 800,000? 800,000 to get us on our way? We are aware of equally zealous but less able buyers that are not here in our auction room. Our owners are here and they're ready to sell. They want to hear from you. Am I too high? Three chances to register your cash on conditional interest, or I will pass it in. We'll move on for that second phase. First call in. Looking for your opening bid, opening offer. Second call in. Move straight on to the buyers that are not here in the room today. For that third and final call. Well, that surprises me, Richard, for a property of this calibre. But it seems that they would rather speak to you than me, and I do not blame them for a moment. I'll pass that property back into your hands, and I'm sure we'll see a sold sign very, very, very soon at 66A Weaver Street. Accordingly, we move on to lot 2. Our lead agent here, Melanie Waldron, welcome into you. Melanie brings to the market 10 Tanikaha Drive of Parahaki, more formally described as an estate in freehold comprising of a sum of 1,014 square metres, approximately a quarter of an acre in the old language, being lot 1, deposit plan 50027, fully contained and described on that record of title volume NA 3D folio 316. Vacant possession is on offer on that settlement date described being the 26th of October 2022. Some further terms I point out to you, clause 23 regarding the unconsented works downstairs and the vendor warranties under 9.35 do not apply. I know Melanie has been very diligent in ensuring that you have received copies of these auction terms prior to today, and more are available at the rear of the room there. The offering elevated in position and abundant in glazing to frame views of Te Matawa Apoi Bridge and the mountain ranges out beyond, allowing the opportunity to capture those stellar sunsets right from your very own living room. All day sun giving that light, bright and spacious feel, combined with the warm tones of the golden hue of the polished timber flooring, spreading over 2 levels, a trinity of spacious bedrooms on the upper level, whilst downstairs there is plenty of space to work from home or extra space for the growing families. Dual outdoor entertaining areas offer endless options when hosting friends and family. With the courtyard and the terrace there are certainly plenty of excuses to pour yourself a G&T to stay well hydrated in that summer sun. Conveniently located with the close proximity to the city centre, the town basin with its fine choice of eateries and of course our very own Hundertwasser Museum, but thoughtfully positioned to give a real sense of privacy and serenity. Commutes home will be short and sweet, allowing you more time to spend at this wonderful residence. You know how it goes, folks. Place myself into your hands as I seek now for that opening bid. Fair place to start. What's that figure to be? Start me away. It's all all stuck around, so you're obviously here for lot 2. What would you like to buy lot 2 for?
575.
575, good to see you, nice to meet you. Certainly an optimistic start, but it is a start indeed. I did ask for it. 575,000. Look, certainly below my selling instructions, but I am pleased it's just you and me at this level. Look, I'm going to chase down 650 to put yourself back in front, okay? At 575,000 with my lamplighter, 5 3/4 here, and I'll chase down 650,000 if it's there. On that first call now, 575 with my lamplighter, second call, looking for that 650 to put yourself, certainly immense value on offer here. Third and final time. Everybody waiting, everybody watching. Not Weight Watchers, it's an auction at 650,000 on behalf of our owners there with a vein door bid. Happy to remain our owners there at 650,000. I tempt you back in at 700 shortly. But at 650,000 with our owners, making that abundantly clear. Happy to remain our owners there at 650,000, 700 if it's there. First call now, mere 50 on the rise, put yourself back in front. Second call now. Taking some instruction. I'll take a little quarter if it's there. At 675,000 if you like to put yourself back in front. That third and final time. Would it come back in at 675? Or would you come back in at? Opportunities here, right now. Exclusive video for the auction room. Bid again and we'll have a conversation with you, see if we can get you across the line. $650,000 with our owners. Called it 3 times. The last chance to put yourself back in front.
I'll go 651.
6 3/4?
651.
651. 651. Would it make it a 10, sir?
No.
660 and we'll have a conversation.
And
Very well. Auction is live and pause. I'm just going to take some instruction and come back to you, okay? Thank you very much for your patience, folks, and of course thank you to our owners and thank you to our buyers for your participation. Look, we're at 651,000. We're below our selling instructions. For the want of a better bidder offer now, otherwise I pass it in. The transparency and the exclusivity is right here, right now before you, or dare you enter that deep, dark abyss of the conditional market. First call.
651.
651, correct. Second call for the third and final. Very well, before I pass it in, I will place one last bid on behalf of our owners. A vendor bid there at 700,000, and I make that abundantly clear. You need to be above that to have a conversation with our owner. Passed in there at 700,000. I pass that back into your hands, Melody, and I'm very confident that you will have a sold sign on Tanikaha very, very soon. Well, that concludes our EVES auctions for this afternoon. Thank you so much for your attendance and your participation. Rest assured, the good team here at EVES are more than happy to assist you on your journey to ownership. Good afternoon.